My name is Sam Bradford. I am from El Salvador's newscast. Right now I'm here with inmate number 43. Hello, can you please state your name?
Larry Jesus Navarrete.
When were you born?
October 21st, 1980.
Where were you born?
I'm originally from California. My parents are from El Salvador.
That's very nice to know. I'm from California too. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes we can relate here, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. What charges did you did you did you receive when you went to court?
I was charged with drug trafficking and conspiracy to a crime.
Were you convicted or did you plead guilty?
I pled guilty.
How come? Did you not want to go through a trial because you knew you would have been felt guilty?
Yes.
If you if this doesn't attack anything or make you feel any kind of way, can you explain what your experience has been like with gangs and why you were found for you know, drug trafficking and conspiracy?
Okay. When I was younger, I feel I was denied the opportunity to succeed. My mother worked 2 jobs and my father was killed due to gang violence. Most of the people in the area are immigrants and are members of the MS-13. They basically ran the neighborhood. When I was younger, my mother always told me that I would be stereotyped because of my skin color and also prejudged because of my origin. When I was in high school, I got my little essay pregnant. She called me at 2 in the morning and told me I had a daughter on the way.
So how does this lead to drug trafficking?
Well, I found myself broke, not knowing where my next meal would come from. I had to support my daughter, so I had to get the guapo, man. Some members in the neighborhood said if I ever want to join, they could take care of me. And that's what it came with.
Well, where did you get this big supply of drugs from?
I know a guy back at home in El Salvador.
The United States has border patrol. How was it so easy to get this big amount of drugs in this large amount and huge quantities?
There's always a way, man.
Well, how do you think your daughter would feel if she found out all this money that you get and you use to buy her things is dirty money?
I think she would rather have money that's dirty than to be poor with clean money and me working a 9 to 5 at Mickey D's.
So, how do you feel now knowing that the drugs that you push out there in the United States has been responsible for a lot of the past overdoses in like the past couple of years?
Well, I don't force anybody to take the drugs or buy them. And I have to get it some way. I'm just out here hustling, man.
Well, I know that you're a part of the MS-13, which is, everyone knows, a large gang in El Salvador.
Tat on my face.
Well, yeah, that's a nice tat. Well, how do you feel knowing that this gang that you're a part of has been responsible for a lot of murders and killing people, and like how could you just live up and be a part of something like that, something that's so cruel and just yeah, like,
Well, listen, the government is scamming us. I don't want to be in this life. If I could make 7 figures, 6 figures legally, I would, man. But everyone's hustle is different. The government is neglecting us, so I really have no other choice. I don't like this lifestyle.
well, what could the government do? I don't think that the government is doing this on purpose, but I also don't believe that if the government is neglecting you, you should be going out and joining gangs and stuff like that. Like this dirty money, that's just corrupting the world.
Well, I don't like the term gang. I prefer family. Okay? And the government can open up jobs for people like us and not always focus on the rich people and start looking at the bottom. And also focus in my hometown of Salvador because that's where it all stems from.
So, now that you're locked up, who's supposed to take care of your daughter? You put your daughter in a very hard circumstance, in a situation, to where now she has to fend for her own. Maybe, have you ever thought that maybe if people like you haven't gone out in these gangs and getting locked up, well, excuse me, sorry, these families and getting locked up, have you ever thought that maybe the government would be able to give you guys jobs?
Well, it's a family, so my family's gonna take care of my daughter. I know she's gonna be straight.
Well, that's all the questions I have for today. Thank you. Hello, back with me again. Can you please state your name to all the people?
Orlando Garcia.
Hello, Orlando. How long have you lived in El Salvador?
Me and my family have lived in El Salvador for generations, as long as I can remember.
Where exactly do you live in El Salvador?
Downtown San Salvador.
According to my sources, there have been over 5,000 homicides in the past year.
Yeah.
Have you been able to protect your family and yourself from all this violence and this gang-related activity that has been happening in those communities?
I haven't. The murders have affected my own family. My daughter, my youngest daughter, was caught in the crossfire of gang violence. My oldest son joined the gang as a way to get us away. But the amount of money that we have isn't enough to move out of El Salvador for a better life.
Well, what was your reaction when your son brought this point of getting into the gang so you could raise enough money to move away from all this violence?
I was devastated. I just couldn't imagine him joining the same gang that was responsible for his sister's death.
Have you ever yourself thought about joining a gang so you could raise more money so you can move your family and be able to protect yourself and your family from all the violence that has been happening?
I've never once thought of joining a gang, but I have thought of selling drugs to support my family and just for a better life, and then I would stop.
Well, according to a lot of sources that I've been reaching out to, drugs is also a very big problem in El Salvador. So what is the difference between you selling drugs and your son joining the gang to get money?
Now that I think about it, there is no difference. Both are illegal, but both help support us. So it's necessary.
Well, I can understand you being in a rough spot, definitely after you lose your youngest daughter. And like selling drugs, I mean, it sounds very common from where you're from. But at the same time, don't you think that you selling drugs would bring more danger into your house than if you just do things legally?
I don't think that El Salvador, especially San Salvador, can get any more dangerous than it already is.
Hey Holmes, this is the trap. We have our own secret location, so we can't know.
Hey Holmes, hurry this up, Holmes. Hurry this up, Holmes.
Alright, you good?
Hey, this is the Trap House, the MS-13. We got the inside scoop interview with
Inside scoop? What you mean inside scoop?
Hey.
You asked him 3 questions.
No,
Hey,
no,
Hurry this up, Holmes.
No.
Ain't playing you.
I apologize. Okay, well, as you guys probably know, there's a lot of violence going on in El Salvador, and I just wanted to know what are your perspectives on all of this violence happening in El Salvador?
I got this one. You got that, Holmes? Look, this violence that goes on, it's not our fault. It's everyone else's fault. We sell the drugs. We run this city. and we run this whole country. The MS-13s will always prosper under the rain.
Remember that.
Remember that.
Next question.
Man, all these guns and ammunition on the ground. Get this, please. All these guns and ammunition.
Hey, what you talking about?
I apologize. I apologize.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. But back to what I was saying. All these guns and ammunition on the ground, and you mean to tell me that all the violence that's happening in El Salvador, y'all have none part to it?
Hey, the government got guns too. So how we run? We on the defense, Holmes. We just take care of business. If you want some, you gotta get it.
Hurry.
On the defense to what though? Like, what are we playing? Is this all a game? Like life
Hey,
is not a game.
It's a game. Are you a game? You wanna get played, homie? You wanna get
We
played?
gonna pay you,
No.
homie.
No.
Hey, get out, homie.
No.
Get out, yeah.
A couple more questions. A couple
You got
more.
one more question, homie.
One more. Can we please just be civilized, please?
Hey, Holmes, you got one more question, homie.
Okay. So as you know, in El Salvador, drugs is a very big problem. Is there anything that you do that contributes to the problem?
Hey,
Are you trying to ask me for my supplier?
hey.
What?
No.
Get out.
No.
Get out.
No.
Get
No.
out.
Get out.
No.
Get out!
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Get out!
Oh my gosh.
Never come back.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
look. And you were never here. You were never here.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thanks for tuning in. As you can see, the gang violence in El Salvador has a lot to do with the amount of violence that has been happening in the neighborhoods in El Salvador. A lot of people do really get affected, and this is something that we should take serious. This is like kind of hurting me because I don't really like to see these things happening to other people. So we all need to get together and find a way that we can help these people out because it's just not fair that all of this is happening to them.